M0FXB Yaesu FTX-1, we've got the SPG-1. You can see that, and it's a lot bigger than I expected. Annoyingly, there's no carry part. I do feel that you could very easily add a carrying handle, but there isn't. It's quite wide, nice and easy to fit. You get 3 bolts in the package. One goes in the middle and the 2 go on the outside. We're going to show you how. And all of the screws, all the holes are there that you need. And I'm still very pleased. And I actually think it's very good value, this device. It was like £32 delivered. I got it from this one from Martin Lynch. And the nice instructions there, nice and clear. So it just slides over the front, put your screws, the big one in the middle, 2 outside. If you want to use mounting brackets, you can, because it's got that sort of camera tripod size. But I feel that you do need something like this. I'm very scared to move this device around at the moment. So this is going to make it a lot easier for me to hold it, to move it around. I'm going to be less conscious about knocking it, because it's such a sophisticated and high, the cost is very high for this device. You just want to do as much as you can to protect it. You'll see there's a hole here and here. The thread, like I said, is in the radio. And then you've got this large, heavy duty bolt that goes through here. So let's slide it onto the radio. And it's made of that like toughened plastic. I like the Yaesu writing here, embedded. A couple of little Yaesu things there. Very nice, very stylish. A feel of quality and this heavy duty plastic. So we're going to slide it in. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I am holding it like a baby at the moment, so I don't want it to slide all the way through and then onto the floor. So let's get it upside down. Plenty of room there for the speaker and the audio to come through. And you can see the holes are lined up, the 3 holes. Let's just loosely put the middle one in first. So I'm not sure about how tight to do that without this plate. I don't want to risk cracking it there, the plastic. So I'm just going to put in the outer ones. Here, like a big flat screw there. I mean, the inside of the thread is metal. I'm seeing that it is metal. Let's do that up. So there's your center one, which I think you would actually initially leave off unless you're going to put it on a tripod stand, because it sticks out more than the feet, which are rubberized. Get that, so I'll leave that off. I did these up with a plastic screwdriver. I did them carefully. One of them I had to sort of align the thread quite straight, otherwise it wouldn't go in. So just bear in mind, just don't cross thread that thread. Let's have a look the other way round. So yeah, I mean, it makes it look, it's definitely more imposing, I would say. Let's turn it on. Completely worth what it costs. Now, let's have a look at the connectors on the side. Okay, so we'll look at this side first, and then we'll look at antennas. So when it comes to the Bluetooth model, you can still get your finger under there and clip that off. It sort of clips from the bottom, but take it easy. Use something soft. And here, let's get this off. I love these spudgers. I got them for doing mobile phones, but there's your SD card. Try and get this a bit brighter. Good job, I got my spudger. Alright, there you are. I push it and pull it out. It's, it's a bit more of a reach because you've got these very strong feeling handles. Okay, and then we'll turn it this way so you can just see the battery. And let's remove the battery. I mean, it's a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, so it does take a while to charge. Okay, let's okay, there you are, battery off. And yeah, the next thing I want to get is one of those fans. I might order that today, actually. Let's just have a quick look at what the fan model is. There it is there. I should have ordered it at the same time, really. Because I've wasted £5 postage. But anyway, I'm going to get it. The fan is ordered from Martin Lynch. They seem to have everything in stock and the prices are reasonable. Now let's talk antenna. Just put my so you've got VHF, UHF, DC input there. I've left those rubbers on for now. I've lost that rubber already, but I'm sure it's in my box. HF 6-meter antenna here. Of course, C4FM radio as well. Looking forward to the push the X button update. And then you've got PMG as well. So that goes on there completely fine, not obscured in any way. If anything, I like it because it stops these connectors from hitting the actual radio. And then I'm going to put the fan on there, and that's going to make it quite an awesome unit, because a lot of the time I will just use the DC input. But it is a hefty, it's a hefty battery. There's no doubt about this battery. It's hefty. So it's going to go like so. And of course, makes everything very portable with the battery. Let's look on the other side. Right, so antenna goes here. Oh, sorry, when I say antenna, I mean microphone. Will plug in here. Then you've got your USB-C and GPS. I've gone with the Thinkware version, so that's not Yaesu. But yeah, it's going to plug in no problem there. I don't recommend you get this one, but it's the one I like. I just feel like I like the fact that it's on a cable and a bit more maneuverable for me, and price is right as well. So then your Kia for your paddle, etc. I'll probably put a link in with this Spudger, because you're going to need it, I think. And then it says here headphones. Let's turn it back round. Let's actually get it working. I know it's a bit out of focus here at the moment. So I like using mine with the M70 Yaesu mic. Remember, it's not your 6-pin mic that you would have with your FTM-500. This is a HF mic, and even the memories and the way they work, they're more like the 710 than, say, the FTM-500. So let's see if we can get onto my node. There's my node there. We're going to need tone. I'll also just turn up the HF side. Yeah, we've got multi on there, but if we go, we've got a lot of interference there. So annoying. The conditions have been strange. Like so. Sorry, wrong knob. I mean, look at that. And then later on, they'll be completely fine. Anyway, let's go to the sub. Press this. My node is quiet at the moment. Let's try 145. See if we can get some 2 meters. Now, if you want to see the scope, and you can do 3DS if you want, on this side, which is the main. See, it says main there. So that's our sub. We press like so. And you're seeing the scope. Right, wrong one. For the sub, and then you press this. Main. Let's get it right. I always get confused. Now, so this is the LSB. So what it is, you're seeing the sub now. When you press, it says main there. It takes you to the main, which is this side here. So you can get, yeah, you can see as I tune, it's moving, look. Yeah, it's not a lot going on, is there? Press the DISP here. You get the stacking display. And there's your single. Press. You've got independent squelch. Press again, volume. Tune around. It's really bad. And then let's do HF. Press and hold the mag button. HF. And the mode, you can just tap the screen, look. Press and hold the function. I tend to use if you go back, and yeah, you've got DTMF on here. I tend to use D level. We have actually got a GPS lock, so that's handy inside the shack. We don't normally get that inside the shack. But yeah, it's just rubbish, isn't it? Just literally rubbish. But anyway, GPS. So press and hold function. Then we'll go to forward, and APRS list, if I remember right. Then GPS, and there's my GPS lock. So that little Thinkware antenna works. So yeah, the GPS works well. Just here, and the M70 mic really works well, so I highly recommend that. If you haven't got one, think about it. Let's go back. I really like it. It's solid. I'm definitely not worried about dropping that anymore. I'm going to keep that lug there, which I'm sure is a standard size, in the box in my storage room with the rest of the box. But yeah, I'm definitely less, if this fell on the floor now, I'm less worried about the damage. And just, if we leave it like that, look, it would fall, and the knob does not touch the ground. So, and leaning it upwards like so, it is I would say it's a different angle than we had before. Obviously that angle isn't different. The lean back angle seems higher, more of a higher angle, but you know, the idea is you use your tripod stand. But I completely would say that it's a worthwhile investment. It's what I said to 20UKH the other day. I said, you don't want to drop this device. And why they didn't think, I don't know, because if you look at the plastic at the top, I can see how if you had something screwed to that, it's quite a weight of a radio. I don't feel like this is strong enough. Hopefully someone's going to, because now I feel like the handles are strong enough. Yeah. So hopefully someone's going to just get us some sort of strap. What the could they clip under here? Because the idea is to do it without having to make holes. Of course you can make holes. You could make a hole here and here, easily, and then just have something. I just would like something to carry it. When it comes to the Optima, for me, I don't think once the Optima is connected, that you would use this. You know, this is a portable thing. It doesn't look like it would fit, the way. But if it does, I can't test it because my Optima is on order. And when I say Optima, I mean the SPA-1 amplifier and tuner. At the moment, I'm using my PA100 tuner, stroke amplifier. That's the PA50, that's the AT100. I've got that for all my other QRP radios. So I've got the PA50 and the PA100 amplified, and they work really well, but of course not on VHF, UHF, and that's the key thing here. About the Optima, the rear unit, which is around £500. It's one of the few amps that will actually bring you up to the 50 watts on VHF and UHF, as well as the 100 watt HF band. So that if someone thinks of a way where that can be used on a different radio, not a Yaesu radio, that'll be pretty cool. But overall, very, very pleased with that, as you can tell. And I think good value. I think people would have paid more. Bye for now. Please hit the like, subscribe, 7.3. All the best.